Hey guys, it's Bagels Battles here, and today we're going to be talking about these new Resident Evil 9 leaks. So, before we get into the video, if you guys could hit that like button, subscribe, and join my Discord and Patreon, link in the description, it'd be greatly appreciated. And also take all these leaks with a grain of salt, but also keep in mind that they might be true, like the Resident Evil Village leak, because the last leak for a mainline game actually was true. So take this with a grain of salt while still don't get your hopes too high up, but yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so the working title is Resident Evil Apocalypse, and the setting will be in a ghost town in the west, where a certain investigation will take place, near the caves, rivers, and a small town camping site. Alright, so what the leakers said about investigation taking place. That leads me to believe you will either be playing as Chris Redfield or Rosemary Winters in this. Alright? And enemies will look like some kind of deformed creatures with a huge emphasis on body horror, and they'll resemble mythological creatures with horns, and the locals will call them Wendigo or Goatman. And the enemies will be mimicking human voices, and they could even transform into a friendly NPC. And they could perfectly mimic the human voices, and the player will be forced to look at their behavior to tell if they're enemies. And the monster can get close to the player, appearing as a friendly NPC if that person died and the player couldn't see it. Well, didn't see it. Alright, so this is actually pretty dope if it gets added to the game. I'm actually really excited for this, because, it'll be like an investigation game. You have to look at every little detail of what's going on. Alright, that's pretty great if it actually gets added to the game, or if this leak is even real at all. And the forest is creepy and unsettling, and it's easy to get lost without a map. Sometimes you'll hear that somebody walking behind you, but the creature isn't there when you turn around. And sometimes they are there for real. Alright, and the player can force some doors open, lock them, and barricade them, and they can use melee weapons. And one of the early bosses is named Barghest, and it's a giant black dog with a twist. But it's less intelligent compared to the other monsters. Alright, so this black dog immediately reminds me of the Cerberus from the previous Resident Evil games. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. One of the main antagonists will be a woman named Glastic by the locals, and she has a really beautiful design with a green and gold ornaments and a mooring green gown. The player will receive help from a woman/bioweapon named the Holder. She'll serve as a guide through the forest, and she'll tell you some of the town's history when you show her some treasure/keys and puzzles pieces you find along the way. She will also teach the player different herb combinations, and there will be 7 herb types which can be combined with each other to achieve various effects. And the monsters fear this woman just as they fear and respect Glastic, and they won't come close to her. This serves as an explanation why they can't get into the safe rooms. Alright, and the plot will be about the 9th moon phase, and the nickname Apocalypse came from that idea. The moon serves as the game's symbol and will probably appear on the logo. Alright, so that is all we have for today. If you guys thought this leak was pretty interesting, like I did, be sure to drop a fat like on this video, subscribe, and yeah, tell me what you think about this leak in the comments. Alright, I think it is pretty interesting. Alright, if you want to check it out for yourself, maybe make your own video about it or something, the link will be in the description. And I absolutely can't wait if this is actually the real game, alright, for Resident Evil 9. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next episode of Bagels Battles.